This is a video about hospitality, and it's about the spiritual meaning of hospitality and what it actually means to be hospitable to somebody and to greet people in certain ways, especially when they're entering your space, your yard, your garden, your house, your community, and things like that. And the reason why certain cultures do certain things a certain way. And I think there is definitely a big spiritual meaning behind why people greet people a certain way, why people take off their shoes, why people might, in villages in Africa where they offer animals to people when they come into their space. It's all about creating the right spirit and the right intention when you're entering somebody's world and domain. And of course, in Western culture and Western societies, we don't really think about this type of stuff nearly as much, you know, about what it means towards. Like, 'cause I think there's a certain way that people have to operate when they are coming into your personal space. You know what I mean? There is, of course, hospitality is not just about the face or the image. It's about creating a certain spirit when you're entering somebody's dwelling. You know what I mean? If you are cold and you do not say anything to somebody and you're entering that person's space, that automatically makes the individual who was also in there with you not trust you or think that you might be trying to do something. It's about creating that spirit of trust. And yeah, and there's a thing about taking people take off their shoes. In certain cultures, they might take off their shoes. Japan, African countries, you take off your shoes before you enter somebody's space because it's about not bringing the energy for you took outside with you into that person's space. And also the cleanliness factor of it. You know, in a lot of cultures, people live close to the ground. Their beds may be on the ground. They may have futons, They may be, people live more closer to the ground. So it makes more sense that people don't bring their shoes into the space where they sleep. You know what I mean? Or they're more cleanly or they're more clean in certain ways because they're living closer to the earth. They're in nature and things like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking about different things and how much people in Western cultures just completely ignore that. And they just feel like it's okay to come into people's spaces and operate however they feel like without acknowledging people, without giving them hospitality and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Even just a simple act of just saying hello to people sometimes, people just don't even do that. So it already creates a certain spirit in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's not okay. It's not okay. But anyway, that's all I got to say for now. Well, that's not actually all. I have maybe have one more thing else to say. But as a host, that is also a responsibility to treat people in a certain way. You know what I mean? But yeah.